Hi, everyone. Welcome to Women in the Christian Tradition. I'm Mrs. Julie Van Cat. I've been teaching here in Omaha for about 23 years. Most of that time I've spent at Mercy High School. I teach full-time here. I've been an adjunct at the College of St. Mary's for the past 4 years, and I also am an adjunct at Creighton University. I've been teaching this class, Women in the Christian Tradition, for most of that time. Also, in addition to being a teacher, I'm a mother and I have 5 children. My oldest is a senior at UNO. Her name's Rose. She's 21. My youngest is a 4th grader named Jake, and he's only 9, so that's kind of the age range. I have 4 daughters and a son, and love being a mother, love being a teacher. I'm really excited for this semester, and I just want to describe for you the book or the class a little bit. First of all, you're going to be reading 2 different books. One's called Women in the New Testament. One's called Her Story. The Women in the New Testament will focus primarily on women in the New Testament of the Bible. The work that I have you doing this week is basically reading over a summary of some important women of the Old Testament to kind of lay a foundation, and looking at some themes concerning women in the Old Testament. So when you're looking at that PowerPoint, which I have posted already, I want you to make sure you're familiar with those stories. If you're not familiar with them, then find the story in the Bible and read their stories as well. Also, we're going to spend a lot of time on the Bible, so just so you understand, there's an Old Testament and a New Testament. The word testament means covenant. So the Old Testament is this old covenant that we had, or the Hebrew people had with Yahweh or God. And the New Testament introduces Jesus and a new covenant that he forges with all people, and it becomes the basis for the religion Christianity. Also, when you're looking at the Bible and biblical information, I want you to understand that it's not listed in chronological order. Everything is grouped by genre or type, and so all the same type of things are together. Also, when you're reading the Bible, you have to understand that some passages are descriptive, meaning describing how things were in the time they were written, or prescriptive, meaning a prescription for how things should be. And sometimes we don't really know which is which, so that changes the meaning or how to read it and interpret it quite a bit. So think about that as you're reading. Also, just so you know how the class is laid out, first of all, every week you're going to have a reading assignment. I will try to start most weeks with a video that I'll send you a link to. Most of the videos will be through YouTube since I've had some trouble with integrity. Also, you'll have a discussion. You'll read the chapter and then you'll answer the discussion question. And usually a good discussion question would be one where you reference material from the reading and you really analyze it and apply it, okay? You will post your discussion post by 11:55 a.m. on Wednesdays. Then you will comment on someone else's post by 11:55 a.m. on Friday. In the course of the semester, you will take 4 quizzes and 2 tests. All of those will be computer quizzes and tests. The quizzes are 20 questions, the tests are 40, and they'll cover the material that you've read. The quizzes will always be the material since the last quiz, or in the case of the first quiz, it will be everything at the beginning. The test will be in the middle of the semester and will cover everything in the first half of the semester, and then the test at the end covers everything in the second half of the semester. You will also write 2 papers and do 1 presentation. And when you do the papers, those will be turned in electronically, of course, and then the presentation you'll pre-record and hopefully upload to YouTube and send us a link. And there'll be a lot more information about these on the weekly videos that I post. Usually the video is just kind of summarizing what you're talking about in the next week. They're pretty short. And so this coming week, again, you're going to be looking at Old Testament women, kind of look at how people